Morning, everybody. It is 8:54, and this is your pre-opening comment for Monday, the 18th of November, and it is video number 2283. Asia and Europe are both mixed, and there's really not a whole lot of news around. The only economic news of importance is the NAHB housing index, which doesn't come out until 10 o'clock this morning. Excuse me. The chart on the screen is the bonds, and as you can see, we had this rally, and we've come back down into this area of support right around 115. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not sure that it's going to hold here. It's been a difficult time for it, and I think that we're beginning to start to see the catch up of the amount of supply weighing on price. So the bonds right now are, let's see, 115.14, and that's down 28 30 seconds, or almost a point. The low close here from this slightly higher low is 113.27. The low for the day that day was 112.27. If we break that, it looks like we try 110 again, and it puts the idea that we are trying to bottom in jeopardy. I'll show you what this looks like from the high. I've mentioned it 100 times. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. This is the first time that we've seen a series of higher lows as we did in here, but that ultimately failed and took us down to contract lows. Another thing that is bothering me a little about this is the open interest continues to rise. When open interest rises and prices go down, that generally signifies new short positions, and of course that's a two-sided coin. On one side you have the conviction of the market expecting it to go lower. On the other side, you have the fact that those shorts have to be covered at some point. But the MACD is still a bit elevated, not terribly elevated, but above the zero line. And as you can see on the oscillator, it is getting worse. We have a bunch of earnings this week, none more important than Nvda. Nvda is on Wednesday, I believe. I will check that just to make sure. But we do have both Walmart and Lowe's, which should give us a little bit better reading on the consumer, and those take place tomorrow before the open. Today's are really, not companies that there are only 5 of them, 2 before the open and 3 after, and they're names that nobody would even recognize. So there you have it. As far as the futures go, the futures have been down all morning. The S&P was up slightly at the open last night. Right now it is up $3.38. The Dow is down about 75, and the Nasdaq is up about 60. So it's a real mixed picture. Nvda, which as I said reports this week, 138.76. That's down $3.20. We have Tesla moving strongly to the upside, up 6.5%, 341.39, up 2070, on the news that President-elect Trump wants to ease regulation on self-driving cars. Spirit, SABE, $1.12, up 4 cents. Enters comprehensive agreement to deleverage balance sheet, receives backstopped commitments for $350 million in equity and $300 million in debtor in possession finances. There's an article over the weekend talking about how Nvidia's customers are worried about artificial intelligence overheating. And Supermicro looks like it might avoid delisting, according to Barron's. The stock is $20.49, and that's up $1.91 or 10%. That's about it, folks. I'll be back in the morning.